Yo, what's up? Good morning, guys. What's up, Pranav? How we doing? Glad to see you on Twitter, my brother. I'm just trying to get things set up real quick. All right, cool. Let's see. All right. Good morning. Let's what we got going on today? So just looking at pre-market. Let's actually get started because I'm actually just coming to the computer right now, which is kind of like perfect, right? So let's see. Let's go to Trading View or TradeZilla. I mean, not Trading View. And we're just gonna kind of like do our report card for today. Yesterday we had a flat day. Um, and yeah, we're negative $563 in drawdown, which we can make that back in just 2 good trading days to bring the account back to break even. And then we just need to make $200 5 days, and then we get a payout. So in reality, let's say we win we just need 7 winning days, and we're good. Along the way, we just need to keep our losers small, you know, and just try to fight for for our losers back. I gotta be willing to lose, you know what I'm saying? All right, brother. But let's look at the news today. So just go and copy and paste the news in there. Let's just check financial juice just to see if there's anything that we should kind of like keep on our radar. And looking at financial juice, I mean today at 9 p.m. ECB's Vilroy speaks. I don't know what that is. Feds. So we have a Fed speaker speaking at 9. Oh, he already spoke at 9:10. Didn't really do much. Jefferson speaks 10:30. Crude oil inventories. I'm not expecting this to do much to the market. At 1 o'clock, 1300. Trump participates in quarterly state dinner. Okay, it's interesting. And then tonight at 5. I believe that's 5 o'clock. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock. Fed's daily speaks. Okay, cool. So I mean, no major news that we have to like really be careful for today. I mean, it's kind of like a straight shot day. So that can either be good or bad for us, obviously. I mean, overnight, I mean, it's just kind of been not the best price action, right? Compared to what we've been seeing. We've just been moving sideways. So it's kind of interesting to see that. And yeah, I mean, let's just see what price wants to do as we approach the open here in 9 minutes. But let's go ahead and drag up our report card up here. And so basically what I do is I'll just like kind of like take a look at the hourly. Again, just kind of see where price is. So right now we're pinching between the levels of 58.67, which I had an alert there, so I could just remove that. We have a price level down here at 58.67, and then we also have another price level up here at 59.37. So we definitely have to see how price like reacts around these levels. And how are we going to trade today? Well, I'm planning on trading today as I'm going to use those levels as targets. I mean, if we're above the daily VWAP, I'm going to get in long and take price higher. I mean, right now, this may be a good opportunity right here to get in long because we can look at this as a breakout and then retest. Now, just because it didn't perfectly touch the daily in the previous days in New York does not mean it's not a retest. We have to kind of like play VWAPs as if they're zones, right? So, well, that's what I do because that over time, that's what I've found to work the best, right? And then so I mean you could literally attempt for a long here. So let's just see how the open shakes out. But I mean, because we're near a point of interest, I may be interested in taking like an early trade in the open. But let's see, right? If I wanted to catch like this little move right here, I mean, I definitely should have gotten in kind of like right here. And this is what the trade would have looked like, just like this, you know. And then right now we'd be in the green right now if I wanted to take this trade. But I was not at the desk yet. But that's how I'm kind of like reading this market. You know, we broke the structure right here, and we're above the daily. I mean, you know, don't look too bad. But anyways, all right. So let's go back to the hourly, right? So we're just kind of like zoom out, see what we've been doing, right? Higher highs, higher lows. I love how we've been like respecting these levels. These levels have brought a lot of insight. We have a lot of levels stacked up right here. But right now we're pinching between two levels. So let's go ahead and just like make sure we get this all in the screenshot. So that way when we reflect, we're kind of knowing like what we're doing, right? Oops, didn't mean to do that. And then we're gonna go and paste that into my journal. And we're now gonna go into the 15-minute chart just to see kind of like overnight price action and just to see what has price action been doing more recently, right? So it's respecting this 1 hour fair value gap, which is nice. Like this is pretty dope how we're respecting this 1 hour fair value gap. So that's something to note. Okay, so this is like the touch, we've been touching it, respecting it. So this could play as like a level of support as well, to where like I really don't want to look for shorts until this 1 hour fair value gap is maybe inversed. Because at that point we'd take the daily, the previous day's New York, blah blah blah, blah, blah bing, you know, and you know longs will look pretty good. So or you know shorts will look pretty good if we do take all these levels. But you know right now we're holding them pretty nicely, so longs are definitely in play intraday for me, right? And then so I'm gonna go ahead and paste that into my trading journal. And so basically after I do that, what I do is, again, if we look just look at my trading journal, I'm just kind of looking at this, and then just like write some notes down. We just go over hourly, 1 hour chart. Looks very bullish between two levels right now that can be used as targets. We and then if we look at the 15-minute, 15-minute, we have been respecting the 1 hour bullish fair value gap and the previous day New York and daily VWAP. Both the 1 hour and 15-minute look great for longs. I can see myself taking a trade in the open if one presents. Read and react. Don't predict. And that's pretty much it, right? So that's like my morning recap. What's up, Shadow? What's up, man? How you doing? Good morning, good morning. That's pretty much it, man. I mean, I'm looking for longs going into the open just because, again, like we're looking at the 1 hour, higher highs, higher lows. This week, it seems like we are like on prior weeks, we had like really deep pullbacks, kind of a little bit more range bound. This week seems to be a lot more trend bound. So this week I don't want to be afraid to kind of like get in long and also like kind of like hold that trade for a little bit because of how well we've kind of like just been trending. Monday kind of pulled back and then we started to kick higher, right? After we had this level of 58.37 playing as resistance. Once we broke past that, I mean, buyers had just been in play, bro. Like nice higher high, pull back to this 58.37 level to where it was resistance. Now it's support. Tap 1, tap 2, we freaking go. And it's aligned with the start of week VWAP, which is beautiful, right? And then now, again, we're kind of going sideways. And then now we can like pop to make a second leg higher. I will not be looking for shorts until we get below this 1 hour fair value gap. And if we take the daily and previous days New York, right? Even if we like close below the previous days New York and daily, I mean, we still need to take this 1 hour fair value gap for me to be like, okay, we're like super bearish or to look for shorts, right? And at that point, I'd look for shorts up until this level down here at 58.67. But what are you guys looking at? What do you guys want to see in this open? I'm really liking the potential to take a long coming here pretty shortly in the open. But I do want to be careful because look how sideways price action has been overnight. So it may be a pretty slow open. We don't have any news this morning except for the crude oil inventories. I mean, and that doesn't really do anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we all know that. Like, bro, that don't even matter. You know? So it's interesting. We'll see how the market wants to open up. We'll see what price wants to do. And we're gonna we're gonna do our best to make some money today. Let me just go ahead and start up the Top Step. All right. All right. So again, with Top Step, man, with this account, we're down 563. We have 6 funded accounts lined up. Okay. I'm gonna get my first payout. I've never gotten a payout before, but we're gonna get my first payout, right? Passing evals, that's easy to us now, bro. Last year, 2024, I was struggling to even get one eval across the line. I only got one eval across the line in 2024, and honestly, I got lucky, right? So this year, 2025, completely changed. Passing evals with ease. I now have 600 accounts easily, right? And so now I'm just going to trade each one at a time and get a payout. So first, we're going to trade this 50K account until it burns, or it's eligible for a payout. Then we'll go to the next one, and then the next from the account, and then maybe once I get my first 2 payouts, then I'd probably like start trading these accounts in like brackets, like 2 at a time or something like that, right? But I want to prove to myself that hey, I can get a payout. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. Well, we have the market open right now. If I am looking for a long, what I'd be looking for is like something like this, because I really do like this spot to go long. Right? But is like 15 points too much? You know? Like, if I wanna have, like, tighter risk management, I mean, shouldn't I just go, like, here? Like, make it tight? Kinda do, like, this long right here, because 'Cause we're really close to the daily VWAP, and we can go higher with that open. Let's see it check stocks real quick. Any of you guys looking for anything? Yeah, everything's kinda, like, gapped up, so I really do like that for longs. It's just tricky because structurally, I put my stop here, you know? Like, I like this spot for longs. Like, if I'm gonna get in long to trade up to this level up here at, 59.37, I mean, this is where I'd wanna be, you know, because 'cause we're, like, close to the daily. I can't be picky and be like, "Oh, no, I need price to touch the daily fully." Like, I'm playing the daily view up as a zone, right? So let's just be patient. Let's see how it reacts around this area. Whenever buyers show that they're in, we'll go ahead and get in long, and we'll jump in. But I would like some structure to form here, so that way I can, like, put a much better stop than right here. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm referencing. I don't I wanna put a better stop than come, like, right here. Like, I like it to be a bit tighter. So let's see if we can get some like structure formed here. But what are you guys looking at? I'm not gonna lie, might try this, dude. Just give myself like a 10-point stop. I don't know. Oh, come on, trade view, just load, bro. What are you doing? It's not loading in my VWAP. Still got this 1 hour fair value gap right here. We got another one actually. Or no, it's the same one. Why isn't my fair value gap showing? Why isn't my fair value gap showing? I'm confused. Yeah, 1 hour fair value gap right there. 10, yeah. See how the 15-minute looks. Here, we'll do the little split screen so we can see with the 15-minute on the left side, and then we'll have our executions here on the right side. If I could find it. There we go. I don't know why I did that. Ooh, man, that looks good, dude. Damn. I'm gonna go ahead and put in a little limit buy to see exactly where we'd be able to get in. I think the fill price is really important for this trade. If I get it on all the way up here, I don't like that. But I mean, we might have to, because this looks pretty nice. I don't want to chase price, but I mean, I could just like see this long playing out. It's just damn, it's like kind of high now. It's doing tough thing. What's up, Clayton? What's up, Clayton? How you doing? Yeah, I think I missed this trade, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If I get it all the way up here, I'm chasing, dude. I'm chasing hard. Let's be patient. The 15-minute range still hasn't been set, but I mean, yeah, that opening trade, bro, it's pretty nice. Again, if we're playing the daily view up as like a zone, oh, hold on, let's move our limit order before we get filled. All right, so we got in filled because price decided to pull back, which is really nice. So we got in at 92, and so with the 10-point stop, we got in 922. Just give our stop 10 points, put it at 12. Maybe in a little light, actually. No, we're in. Actually, it's fine. It's not bad. And then $200 would be right there. But if it wants to shoot up there, then we're going to try to get more. Let's see. Because we can target 59.37. That will be up here. Can definitely see price coming up there. But it may want to pull back a little bit. Let's see. But this looks like a really nice 15-minute opening candle. But all right, so we're in the trade. Let me show you guys my execution. We're in the trade, and now we're just gonna like kind of like let it play out. Just go and let this thing play out. If it wants to come back down, I just need for the New York VWAP to hold. If we don't hold the New York VWAP, then that may be a little telling. But I'm trying to get 1 hour, so 1 hour would be technically like here to make the $200 at 32. But we do have that level up here at 37, so we could like front run that. Let's see if we want to come up here. We do. I don't want to ignore this resistance that we have up here. If we look at the 15-minute chart, Or we could actually even just look at it on trading on Top Step X. Look at the 15-minute chart, we could see that sellers like to step in around here, right? And that's also something I didn't really kind of notice. So we'll see how if we're able to eat that up or if we're just gonna kind of like come down. But we do have resistance above us. See if we can hold the New York. It'd be pretty nice if we do. We have the opening range setting in 7 minutes. You guys in anything? Anyone take anything? If the New York holds here, I'm gonna like add in just to like make this trade a little heavier. So I can be in at like 250, like 250 max. So I'll just add in like literally one more contract if we hold here. I do want to be cautious again, like I said, like yesterday we had some resistance up here at the 59.23 level. But we can very much break that. I will add in one more contract to this trade if we can hold the New York right here. Just gonna check NQ to see how it looks. NQ looks nice too, man. Oh, I don't like that candle close. Like NQ had a way better entry. So much better of an entry. Oh my gosh. NQ looks so much better for the longs in terms of how it's interacting with the daily VWAP. We get much closer than we do on ES. Kind of tempted to cut this just because we took the New York VWAP. I want to see if buyers can like step in here. I want to give them a little bit more time, but if they can't, then I mean might just cut this because it could always get back in. We have 55 seconds left until this 2-minute candle's over. So we'll just see what happens. Clay, you in anything, bro? You in anything, Shadow or Pranav? Yeah, that's not good. I might close this trade early just to take us half the size of loss. Hmm. I might be wrong though. Nope, waiting on a pullback to the daily at the moment or break back above New York. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, if we get a close, if this candle closes above the New York, dude, that'd look pretty cool. But I just think sellers are in right now, so it'd be tough. Yeah, look at that. Like you can just like see kind of like sellers just like kind of like pushing down, which is what kind of makes me want to like just cut this trade because I'll be down to like 115. Like it's nothing. But again, you just never know. Like it's hard just to determine this in like a couple seconds, you know? So buyers may be showing their hand here. Yeah, I think just with how tight my stop is, I mean, this trade may be one of those trades to where like you just kind of gotta like hold in full because my stop is fairly tight. But again, like kind of taking an aggressive swing here. Like you can see them trying to take it. Opening range is going to be set in 1 minute. And we set the opening range high first. If this candle doesn't just come crashing down, which it definitely could. Yeah, this yeah, all right, let me go ahead and cut. Yeah. All right. It's all good. We took a early, very aggressive trade. The 15-minute candle just flipped on us, bro. Look at that 15-minute candle, dude. That's crazy. This 15-minute candle just totally flipped on us. It looked really nice, and then just phew, literally within the last like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, within the last like 4, in the last 4 candles, man. 15-minute just flipped on us completely. But that's what I get, honestly, because I did take a very early entry, very aggressive. Um, but it's fine. It's okay. It was pretty aggressive, but we only risked $200. It's like, it's not that bad. Midnight price is at 59.05. Okay, yeah, so we could engage with midnight and then come back up. I am gonna try for a second time, to see like how we'll react around like this 1 hour fair value gap and also the VWAPs right here. I just want to kind of like see what price does. Just looking at trading view. So this is like my first trade. Took a L. Very aggressive. I deserve it. I know. Um, but let's just go ahead and see. But like I was saying earlier, like it's just like low key. Like I don't know if it was very smart for me to have taken that long. And like this is something I really kind of didn't notice until after I was in the trade, but we have this kind of like zone of resistance here to where you can clearly see that like sellers are stepping in, right? And then you can just literally see like, okay, as we come up, we look really bullish, and then just freaking gets strongly rejected, which is like, damn, it's damn. Kind of wish I would have saw this earlier on, or maybe as soon as I notice it, cut the trade and not be hopeful, because I noticed it like while we were like around here, you know what I'm saying, and I could easily cut the trade here for like and take like half of the loss I took, and not really like hold on to that hope that, oh no, like maybe we'll break through it when we just clearly rejected. Like this reaction, this like waterfall is the rejection of this zone right here. So, but all right, so we are tapping midnight. We're tapping midnight. We're at midnight. We can see some buyers step in here, but again, this 15-minute just looks brutal, man. This 15-minute looks very brutal. Clearly rejecting this zone right here. There's something right here. There's a block of orders that we're clearly rejecting. Because even yesterday, I mean, just look at how strong that rejection is. you know? Should have been, more dialed in, I guess, I don't know. I just missed it. It is what it is. Yeah, this 15-minute does not look good for, longs as of right now. Like, I would not say longs are in control right now. I think I'm gonna sit on my hands a little bit. So this is the top of the week's range. So we have the top of the week's range right here, and then we also have the bottom of the week's range all the way back here on Monday. So this is the bottom of the week's range, right? So just because we're so close to the top of the week's range, I mean, we are likely to continue higher and break the top of the week's range. But again, like maybe price just needs a deeper pullback to get through this area of resistance, you know? And this has been validated just now in the open. If we would have just been a little bit more patient, we would have avoided that loss. Um, because again, this validates it. We see rejection, right? Strong, super strong rejection from this little resistance zone up here. And yesterday, we just see price reject this level, phew, all the way down. And we chop around here, we come back up, rejection, rejection, rejection. So that's something I definitely should have known before going getting along, which it's easier said than done in hindsight. But I guess I think I was a little bit too tunnel visioned on what's going on right here and not really, okay, what's working against me if I'm willing to take this trade, you know? I think I need to work on that because I think the same thing happened to me not yesterday, 'cause yesterday I was flat. But Monday? Yeah, on Monday. But is anyone in anything? Anyone take a trade yet? Yeah, look, it looks like the 1 hour is being topped out. You see this? So this was like a major area of like resistance on the 1 hour. It looks like it's being topped out right now, which makes sense. I mean, dude, like literally, we're at like if we're looking at this as like a trend, right? We're trending higher. Like this is a higher high, right? So where's the higher low? You know, and I kind of should have known better, to be honest. I think I was like way too tunnel vision. I'm like, oh, we're right next to the daily, and I'm just getting long and not ignoring, okay, like the higher context of things. It's like, dude, we're at a higher high, right? The reason why I didn't get in long yesterday, even though it would have worked, is because we were basically taking along at the highest price of the day. Like, how am I gonna know that it wants to continue going higher? It's just not consistent. You can't do that consistently. So, like, a good pullback would be to pull back to this level down here, retest the start of week VWAP and this key level down at 58.67. Like that would be a really good pullback. That'd be a really nice higher low for buyers to kind of like step back in. And maybe today we just like this morning we just kind of like sell down to that level, and then later in this afternoon, that's when longs will step in, maybe. But that's what I'm kind of thinking because it's just really hard to get in long here. I mean, if this VWAP holds, then yes, you can. Like you guys see what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is the 4 hour. I'm looking at the 4 hour. Um, but you guys see what I'm saying, right? Like, it's like it would be a lot easier to take a long down here when you can clearly see that this is a higher low, right? Rather than taking along all the way up here when we're at the higher highs, right? If you're looking at this uptrend, this is definitely like the higher highs, and it's a little tough. I can definitely see shorts coming, but this is tricky, man. This is it's a bit of a tricky spot. We still have this 1 hour fair value gap that could play as support. So if we get through this, you could argue that shorts are in play. Or if you want to be aggressive, you could front run this and be like, yo, shorts are in play, Just took a long at the hold of 5,900, entry price at 5,904. Okay, so you're in profit now. What's your like what's your entry criteria? Like what are you taking the trade off of? Because this does look bad. You're like, because for me, this looks like okay, a trade off of the previous days New York and 1 hour Fair Value Gap. It really does not look bad. This long is a lot better than the stupid long I took, that's for sure. Like, so much better, bro. Um, but the reason why I'm not gonna hop in is because again, like I was explaining earlier, to where it's really hard for me personally to take a long after we just formed like a higher high, right? And we have these like double top up here, which is like we have maybe a broke above it, right? So this tells me that price may want to make a deeper pullback back down to this 58.67 level and the start of week VWAP. And that looked really nice. So what you can do is maybe like let's say we get a pullback to the New York, you can take the rejection trade off the New York to trade down. But it's looking at like the higher context of things. It's kind of what I'm reading. But buyers are stepping in here right now. There are some buyers stepping in here right now, but will it last? That's the question. Who knows? What's your target, Clay? Like, are you targeting the New York VWAP? Like, dude, I like my favorite thing, bro, is when overnight we get a deep pullback and then during the New York we just rally, bro. Like that, I love seeing that. Like that's like the easiest price action for me to trade is when we make a clear pullback and then go, right? So maybe on days like this, to where we don't make that clear pullback and we aren't, and like we're kind of like just like sitting up at the highs. Maybe I need to be okay with just like sitting out like I did yesterday. Because yesterday I did a really good job. But this morning, I don't know. I don't know why I was thinking differently. Kind of tunnel visioned on well, kind of tunnel visioned, to be honest. Like I just straight up tunnel visioned. And you can see the buyers are stepping in here at 5,900. So this is where I want to look for longs. And then I guess right now I'm kind of looking for shorts because of this like topped out right here. But it's interesting because I mean buyers are definitely stepping in right here at this 1 hour fair value gap. Like we really see buyers stepping in here strong, which is tricky. Right, right. You see how it reacts. Yeah, this is tricky, man. This is a little tricky for me, at least personally. The shorts look good though, and I mean this long looks good too. If I'm being honest, but I just can't ignore the higher time frame. I'm kind of hoping it does pull back to the New York, so I can like look for a short. If it gives me like the proper reaction. But this also looks good because like in my eyes, like the more we chop down here, kind of like the slower we move lower a little bit, it could bring the New York view up more down and kind of like make a line up with the previous day's New York view up, which would be pretty cool. Where's your stop at, Clay? Because you said you got in at 94. I mean, your stop would be tight, no? Because like this is the most recent structure you have from yesterday. Or would it be like kind of down here, just going by the overnight price action, like down at 96, 94? Okay, yeah, that's a good stop. I guess. Yeah, that's a good stop. It's like what, 10 points. Basically covering these lows right here too. But you know, if it takes these lows, you might want to get out of there. So that's kind of like what you're looking at, basically. All right, well, you're in the green. You're in the green, brother, and you're about to get to the New York. And TradingView is so delayed compared to freaking like Top Step platform. Like I don't get why TradingView is so like look at that. Buyers just step in, bro. And that dude, that scares me to try to even look for shorts right now. Because if we look at the 15-minute, like this is like look how buyers just hold this step in. This they completely flip that 15-minute candle. Like with this wick right here is just crazy. And look at that seller's just freaking what. I want to wait for this for this 2-minute candle close before I like decide getting in short. Um, I don't want to get in mid candle. I need to wait for these candles to close. But Clay, did you cover some profits at the New York? Yeah, this is dude. My trading view is not consistent with what I see on Oh, I'm looking at ES. That's why I'm looking at ES, man. But ES is not yet like quite touched its. MES has completely touched its New York. ES hasn't fully touched its New York. Did anyone take this long? Not a bad long setup looking at the 15-minute chart. They're holding the daily now. Uh, who is sellers? You're saying sellers because I see sellers holding the daily. Yeah, I don't know. Like, just it'd be a lot easier, dude, going long. It'd be a lot easier going long. It's really hard to go short, especially because we have not yet inversed this 1 hour fair value gap that's below us. And literally, that's where buyers stepped in. I mean, just look at this freaking freakish 2 minute candle right there. Boom. Like all the way up to the New York, bro. Like that's tough to short against, man. And we're fighting the week's trend, you know. We're kind of like predicting that hey, we're at the highs, you know, so it's just tough. It's so hard for me to short into this 15-minute candle like that. Like that's crazy. The longs make a lot more sense. Why isn't my previous New York showing on my 2 minute? Why is it like that? What the bro? This trading view has been so crappy lately. I don't know what's going on. Austin just took a long allow orders at 59.5, not holding that long though. Yeah, I can see the longs, man. I can see the longs. I can definitely see the longs. Longs look really nice. Bro, what's wrong with my trading view, bro? It's so bad. It's like erasing my VWAPs. It's not even like loading my VWAPs. I can definitely see the long stepping in, bro. It makes more sense to go long than it does to go short. But again, it's like we're at the like the higher highs. I don't know when the higher low is gonna be formed. Like this could be the higher low, and we just don't even like we just keep on going higher, right? Like I don't want to predict and be like, oh, this is where the higher low is gonna be, right? And then I like end up missing out on some opportunities just because I was like so tunnel visioned on a certain bias as to like, oh, no, we need to make a pullback. I mean, we don't need to do anything really. Like maybe this is the rest that we needed to make another leg higher, right? Who's to say we need to come down? Because right now, like I see buyers and sellers at equilibrium. Boom, boom. Top wick and bottom wick looks pretty even. It's tricky, tricky, tricky. Also, the long lot of orders at 59.25. Let's look at this rejection right here. Will buyers step back in here at the 1 hour fair rally gap? Did you take profit, Clay? Yeah, okay. Dude, are you kidding me? Buyers are stepping in. All right, let's see how this candle closes. Like stops like down here. Nope, holding it for a little longer. Okay, okay, big dog. All right, big dog. He said, nah, I'm going for the shmoney. You're going for the shmoney. Trump is talking. Oh, hell. Wait, why? I didn't see that on the calendar. What is he? Hey, this wasn't on the calendar. I'm looking at financial juice right now. That's not good. Hopefully, don't say anything too crazy. I don't think you will, though. Here, we're going, get in a little position right here. Put stops down here. We can get in a little heavier. Order filled. Um, and I think that that's good-ish. Let's see, let's do the second try. 90, 11 points, 11 points. Come on, Daddy Trump, pump us higher. Oh, sorry, dude. I'm such a bad streamer. It's like, no, but we're in long. Risking 226. Again, we want to risk between that range of 200 to 250. Closer to 250 more than anything. But I feel like if I add one more contract, I'm gonna be like over that 250 mark. So I'm gonna stop at 226 on risk. But essentially, I mean, we like how the previous days New York is holding, and also this 1 hour fair value gap is holding. And a lot of times I've been noticing recently, especially because we're in this like a nice uptrend, to where when we do respect these 1 hour fair value gaps, bro, we like to go. But we have to acknowledge the area of resistance that we have above us, okay? And we also have to acknowledge that I mean price has just been moving sideways after making a higher high. So right now we could be getting faked out and price wants to come lower. But I'm just like, if I'm being real with myself, okay, as a trader, it's my job to like read and react. Okay. What I'm reading is that okay, buyers are stepping in here off of the 1 hour fair value gap. We seem to be holding the previous as New York. Um, fuck. And yeah, I mean that's kind of where my thesis is coming, but I guess we're just wrong, bro. We're just freaking wrong. Jesus. All right, well, don't listen to me then, guys. I'm gonna whooped. Yeah, buyers keep stepping in right here, but sell, sorry, like I don't think one side is like fully in control. Hmm. Bro. Damn, bro, we suck today. Damn, bro, are we really gonna freaking that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, bro. This fuck. On ES, we didn't like if I took the trade on ES, I'd still be in it. But on MES, not. Well, I mean, that's 2 losses, guys, in the opening session right now. Just tap me and now coming back up, like, that's wild, bro. Man, that's tough, bro. That's tough, dude. Yo, you're still in? Yo, that's what's up. Bro, this looks so ugly, bro. This just looks like chop now. So watch me go now. Like watch it taps me out off some bullshit. Because look at a trading view. Like this is like the ES, right? And what we're trading MES. Look, on ES, dude, we didn't even get down to 98, but on MES, we tapped 98. That sucks, man. If this trade goes right now and works, that sucks. That sucks. Got the London lows down here. Took the London highs in the open, rejected it. Yeah, this is like mess. This is like choppy mess, man. Choppy mess. I have 80 bucks until I hit max daily loss for the day or daily loss limit. I'm gonna try to swing later on once we get out of this chop to see if I can make back most of my losses. Um, but I'll stop at down 500. I'll stop then. It's all good. Full in full out on this one. It's either gonna be a loss of 250 or a dub of 450. But what are you targeting for the fourth? Like, is Austin still in this trade? Bro, like this looks ugly, man. This price action just looks ugly. Look how sideways this looks, dude. Yeah. I mean, this like you can kind of predict this too. Like you can definitely predict this chop. I mean, just like look at overnight, man. Like we're just shitty, 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 shitty. But like on days like this, dude, it's kind of hard to know when it wants to pop. Like it's very hard to know. It could literally chop like this sideways for the next 2 hours, and then all of a sudden, boop, we go. It could literally go, come back a little down, then go. Like we don't know when it's gonna go, which is why price action like this is just really difficult. But I can tell you that I mean this zone right here is being clearly rejected. We clearly have some sellers here. You know, if I look back at this, I wouldn't really say that this is a good spot to get in long, honestly. I think I mean it's easier said than done in hindsight. And obviously like I could just be saying this because like I lost. But like honestly, like where's a good place to get long? If I'm being real with myself, the best place to get longs is to look for longs down here, right? Because like looking for longs right here, I mean, yeah, they can work, right? But just look at the context. Like we just made a higher high. Okay, here was a higher low that we made. And is this going to be our higher low right here? Like, is this our higher low for us to make another leg? Like higher low, higher high. Is this going to be a higher low, or would we want to kind of like pull back a little bit further, at least closer to the starting week VWAP around this area, and then move up from there? But then you have like stuff like this to where like you see like these wicks down here, and you're like, well, damn, buyers, maybe this may be the higher low. I mean, I don't know. So I mean, it'd just be smarter for me to stay out if I'm like uncertain like that, you know? Because I don't need to be in a trade, bro. Like if I miss it, like yeah, okay, whoop de whoop, like cool. Like still like there's like the thing that should have kept me out is how hard it is to know what side is kind of like in control, right? Chopping pre-market, right? Stay out. Um, buying very close to the highs, stay out. Reason number two, you can clearly see the shorts coming in. Okay, that's three reasons, stay out. The best location to take longs, honestly, after we just made a higher high, would be down here, and we're not even there yet, right? So it's like, okay, again, it's like there's a number of reasons to where I definitely should have stayed out because of, it's just not clear for me. It may be clear to someone else, right? But for me, it's just not clear. So the better decision because of the unclarity would be to stay out. Even if like let's say this trade is a win, like yesterday. Okay. If you were to take a long yesterday, you're basically buying into higher highs. Like, yeah, it worked yesterday, but can that work consistently? Well, clearly not. Because if it worked yesterday, it should have worked today, right? If we can reliably like, oh yeah, we could buy the highest prices, so that's and I said it in the beginning of my stream too. It's just I just didn't stick to what I said. And that's my fault, But it's all good though. We live and learn. This is how we get better, bro. We gotta take these losses, man. We gotta take these losses so we can learn from them. But this 1 hour fair value gap is holding, but I mean, they do. We're chopping, bro. Like we're just straight up chopping. We're wedged right now. This price action does not look pretty whatsoever. It's either gonna shoot up or shoot down, obviously. But part of me is kind of tempted that a part of me is telling me that okay, we may want to like shoot down. You know, a nice long would be down here at the start of week VWAP, but who knows when we're gonna get that. We could quite literally pull back to today and then we just close down here. And then tomorrow, that's when buyers will be like, all right, bet we're ready. And then boom, price like goes up. But yeah, man, two trades today. Not proud of them, if I'm being completely honest. And it's because the location of these trades that I'm taking them at, it's tough, you know? Buying the highest price of the trend proves to be unprofitable for me, but yet here I am today doing it. Even though I didn't do it yesterday, I avoided doing that yesterday, and it would have worked yesterday. But I'm glad I set out yesterday because I can't consistently rely on, hey, like this is always gonna be a good idea. Like, no, like it's proven to me that buying the highest price of the trend is not the best thing to do. And then I decided to do it today, and then I get burnt for it, right? So, um, yeah, that sucks. But I deserve it though. Because I mean, if I'm being real with myself, bro, my trade locations are not good. Just looking at the higher time frame, the 1 hour, I mean, it's just not good. I'd be really proud of myself taking longs down here and losing compared to like taking these longs up here and losing, you know? And that's just kind of something I have to live with. But again, like who's to say that it wants to come all the way down here? It could just go. And at that point, it's like a part of me has to be okay with missing out on that, right? But let's see what price wants to do because this looks like buyers are definitely defending this area, man. Buyers are definitely stepping in here. We could just see on these wicks, like buyers are there. They are here. And look at this. Look at this. So we could literally pop right now and go. But again, on the higher time frame, this trade location is tough because the higher highs like are literally right here. But we don't know where the higher lows are gonna be formed. And that's the tricky part of trading. But I guess like, as a trader, you just need to be disciplined and okay with like missing out, especially when things are uncertain. You can't have FOMO just because other people make money and you're not. And I definitely think I was being a bit forceful today and ignoring certain factors. Yeah, this is terrible price action, man. Oh my gosh. But did anyone take anything today? Clay, I bet you're still in your trade. You're chopping around in profit, which like feels really good. Or did you take out? So 59.22. And no, he was tapped, about to go look at those jobs. I'll catch you later, buddy. All right, man. Take it easy, bro. Fill in, fill out. Yeah, so I don't know if Clay took profit because this would be a nice place for him to take profit. But again, you're only essentially 4 points in profit. You're risking 10. It is kind of tough. I mean, you could have gotten that 1R like here in this candle right here. But you need to like snag that pretty fast. Man, man, man. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This week's price action has not been good. I think the only day that was fairly good, but we only took one swing, was honestly Monday, taking the trade, the long off of the week right here, and then also just like kind of like we just like see. Let's go back to Monday. Let's see. All right, so we're looking at Monday, right? So we took longs off the week to date, mismanaged the trade on Monday, 2 L's, but taking a long off this level, that was pretty profitable. And then, it's just, I don't know. This week has just been tough, but I guess like the best price action day was Monday, but even Monday was tough, man. This entire week is just hard. The moves just aren't clear. And then like, it's just a lot of like freaking just crappy price action in the New York, man. Like yesterday, just freaking drift higher. No, like, great pullback, really. You get a pullback here, but we don't get a full pullback to the New York, and that's tough. I don't know, it's just this week has just been tough. Can't really be mad because, like, I mean, we're coming off of like a great month in April. Like, if I show all my accounts, uh, like all my funded accounts, we had a pretty decent week. You know, pretty decent week. I mean, the in April I focused on like passing a lot of combines too, so that's how I was able to get my like accounts basically. And then we finished off April really strong, just getting a bunch of combines across the line. Or like I think like we got like both our top set combines across the line, and then we were able to get 6 funded. And so now I'm only trading funded. But this price action was a lot better than what we're saying right now. Even like last week's price action was much better during FOMC. Yeah, but my trade locations haven't been the best. Anyone in anything? Anyone take anything? We're down 412 on the day. We're probably just gonna chop around here in the morning, and then maybe closer to the afternoon, we'll start to see some type of movement. But I mean, this chop is just brutal, bro. Absolutely brutal. Just continuing the chop from overnight. Very brutal. Nothing on the juice. We got crude oil inventories in 30 seconds. But yeah, I mean, it's just nothing really happening. The Trump signing and Qatar ceremony ended. Fox reported on X trade tariff deals with Japan and South Korea said to be close, according to Wall Street sources, close to the White House. Timing unclear. India deal as well, though it has been throttled by the tensions with Pakistan, which was 9 minutes ago, and that quite literally didn't do anything to the market. So yeah, man. The fear and greed index is at a 73. So are we overbought? Maybe. Maybe it could be overbought. For me personally, it would just make more sense for price to move lower than higher, because this pullback is just not deep. Especially with such a strong move like this. But again, you have buyers stepping in. Like we literally see it on the 15-minute right here. Look at all these wicks right here. So we'll see what happens, man. But it's just hard. Again, like right now, it's just best to like stay flat, sit on your hands because um yeah, this price action is tough. We're seeing all these buyers stepping in right here through the 15-minute wicks. Definitely a good time to just sit out flat, go get some coffee, take a break, not do anything. Just come back later and trade. I'm gonna come back later and because I have about $80 left to try to make back my losses. So I'm gonna take like maybe like a swing or two to make back the losses to bring my price closer to break even. Maybe even getting a bit in the profit. We'll see. I'm not gonna lie, this kind of hurts to see, bro. This hurts to see. Like that hurts to see, bro. We got in at wait, my entry price is not correct on there. Where's my entry price? Oh, it is okay. Well, I guess my entry price is 09. Anyway, we got in at 909. On MES, we did not tap my stop, which is like for real, bro. But on no, on ES, we did not hit my stop. But on MES, we did. MES tapped the 98 flat. It tapped 98 flat. ES only went down to 98 in the third. Bro, are you kidding me? It sucks. But it's all good, bro. We'll stay on our hands. Is anyone in a trade? Anyone in anything? Looking at anything? Taking anything? Crude oil inventories, actual 3.454 forecasted. Yeah, I have no idea if that's good or bad. But crude oil inventory just came out, but we just saw, it's not doing anything to the market. So as we expected. But wow, this is some boring price action, man. Like, dang, terrible price action. Terrible, terrible, terrible price action. But if you're like me and you're down, maybe you burnt an account, maybe your account's about to be burnt, feel free to get a new one. Do top one futures using code Manny. That'll help a lot. And plus, you get like a nice 40% discount, which is nice. But yeah, these are the days to where a lot of people like they like burn accounts. They just keep on trying. They get in tilt. They keep on swinging, keep on swinging. But not me anymore. That used to be me, but not me anymore. Well, I was never really like terrible in over trading though. I never suffered from over trading. It's very, very incredibly rare if I do overtrade. Very like I've only ever done like I don't know. I could count the number of times on my hand, bro. Like for real. That's one thing I've never struggled is over trading. I know when to kind of like stop. I've always known when to stop, which is kind of nice. Like I think my wildest day was like 5 trades in a day, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like 5 trades in a day. That was like my wildest. That's like, whoa, bro, you're going off the rails. What are you doing? And then we stopped. But yeah, man, you definitely see buyers stepping in though, but they're just not strong enough. No follow through, which tells me that price is eventually going to want to fall, but it could also pop. Can't say, right? Can't really tell. Can't really fully know. Can't know 100% with 100% certainty. The closer we are to like highs like this, the better shorts look for me, in my opinion. But it's just unclear. I mean, that's just me talking shit. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't think anyone does. Dude, this market is so boring, bro. Guys, I think I'm gonna end stream because I mean the market's not doing anything. If anything, I think the market could like tip over, and then like I said, I called it out. If I am going to take a long, I would want for this. I'm sorry. If I'm going to consider trading at all, right? I need to find a long down here, or maybe for us to actually start cracking lower, pull back, and then kind of like take a short down to this level. because the closer we are to these like highs up here, the more tempted I am to like just take a short. But that's kind of what I'm looking at. But I think shorts will be really hard until we inverse this 1 hour fair value gap. Once we inverse this 1 hour fair value gap, then you can like confidently like, be like, all right, bet I'm gonna go and take a short down to like this level. But I mean, who knows what's gonna happen? We could just like we can see the structure here, right? You can see it on 15-minute. But again, these lows could just be swept. Price may want a deeper pullback or it may not. You know, it's just tricky, man. Yeah, this price action is not good, you know. But listen, thank you for the 18 people that are watching on X and for everyone's watching on YouTube. Thank you guys. I think I'm gonna end stream here. Price action really isn't doing anything. I mean, we're just kind of like moving sideways. I will not be streaming tomorrow or Friday. I'll be back Monday because I'm going out of the country. And I gotta go pack. Actually, like right now, I gotta do laundry and pack and stuff. But I'll see you guys next week. And follow me on X for any updates. If I take a trade, if I'm flat, if whatever happens, I'm gonna post everything on X. Full transparency, all the trades I take. I'll post P&Ls, everything. But yeah, keep it tight. Don't burn your accounts. And if you do burn your account, make sure you get an account with Top 1 Futures using code Manny. For 40% off. You can get like a pretty nice affordable instant funded account. To where you can also get like a anytime payout feature, which actually is pretty dope as well. But yeah, keep it tight, guys. Don't burn your accounts on crappy price action days. Yesterday after this huge rally, we just kind of like chopped sideways, and then right now, I mean, pre-market chopped sideways. Right now, chopping sideways. So just try to keep it tight. But it's been a pleasure, guys.